Today, Tom Dark brings you another episode of TikTok, the website home to furries, people faking mental illness, and people who think they're living inside of Harry Potter, which, in and of itself, may be a mental illness. But guys, today I have to do something, okay? For the greater good. Today, I have to defend TikTok from the United States Congress. So, yeah, let's do it. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Tom Dark channel. I'm your host, Tom Dark, and TikTok is the most popular social media app in the world. As far as I'm aware anyway, it's really just the biggest social media app right now, ever. It got so massive that even your dad or like your grandma is probably making TikToks, okay? Grandma is throwing it back to some The Weeknd Nightcore remix, okay? Grandma is throwing back that to 100 gecs on TikTok. But for a while, TikTok has been the subject of controversy because a ton of people are thinking about banning the app altogether. There have been concerns over cybersecurity because the site is based in China, and a lot of people think that the Chinese government is spying on us through TikTok, collecting our user data to subvert our way of life, you know? I honestly would not doubt it. Who knows what the Chinese are doing? But at the same time, there seems to be some hypocrisy here because every US app also collects our user data and then uses it to advertise to us, right? Like every single website does this, every app does this, and they all share too. They all share data. So why is it a problem all of a sudden when TikTok does it? Because the Chinese are gonna sell us things? Okay, first of all, everything you buy is made in China. Secondly, who cares? I don't get why everyone is suddenly up in arms over this, but the truth is that not everyone is up in arms over it. It's really just Congress who fundamentally misunderstand technology and TikTok in general. They don't understand social media. Maybe they're just too old. It's just like a complete boomer moment, but it's really frustrating to see people who have no idea what social media is, let alone how to use it, try to like criticize it and explain the problems with it. Admittedly, on the data collection stuff, I'm not super knowledgeable about this topic, but I just, you know, I'm a bit black-pilled. My user data is already being collected by Google and Instagram and Facebook, and then given to Cambridge Analytica to sell political ads to my eyeballs. So I'm really not that concerned with like TikTok doing it because everyone else already does it. I don't know. It's just like I found out about this like 6 years ago. Like we've been new, okay, guys, we've been new. But recently there have been hearings in Congress discussing banning the app, and they're basically talking to a TikTok representative about whether or not they should ban the app from the United States, ban it from the App Store. You know, you wouldn't be able to go on it at all. And the videos coming out from this are just something else entirely.
Mr. Chu, does TikTok access the home Wi-Fi network?
Only if the user turns on the Wi-Fi. I'm sorry, I may not understand the...
So if I have a TikTok app on my phone and my phone is on my home Wi-Fi network, does TikTok access that network?
It will have to access the network to get connections to the internet, if that's the question.
Is it possible then that it could access other devices on that home Wi-Fi network?
Congressman, we do not do anything that is beyond any industry norms. I believe the answer to your question is no. It could be technical. Let me get back to you.
Okay, I'd appreciate it if you could answer that.
Like, is this really the most important question to be asking? Does it fucking use Wi-Fi? Next, you're gonna ask if it uses electricity. And you could say that his real question is like, okay, does it access other devices connected to the Wi-Fi network? But I mean, no, probably not. I would guess it doesn't need to do that. Like, it's a social media app. It's like a video app. Why would it need to do that? You think it's trying to like hack into your printer to print gay shit on it? Like, what's the fucking problem? And maybe that one's not that bad. Maybe you think it's not that embarrassing. But the following criticisms that Congress made of TikTok and the questions they ask, frankly, show a total misunderstanding of social media and how it works, how content moderation works, and they have completely unrealistic expectations about everything. It is just, everything that they say is so dumb. Now, at one point during these hearings, they bring up an issue they have claiming that a post was made that threatened Congress. So guys, let's see why Congress is up in arms about this.
Mr. Show, that video was posted 41 days ago. As you can see, it is captioned me as F at the House Energy and Commerce Committee on March 23rd of this year. This video was posted before this hearing was publicly noticed. I think that's a very interesting point to raise. But more concerning is the fact that it names this chairwoman by name. Your own community guidelines state that you have a firm stance against enabling violence on or off TikTok. We do not allow people to use our platform to threaten or incite violence or to promote violent extremist organizations, individuals, or acts. When there is a threat to public safety or an account is used to promote or glorify off-platform violence, we ban the account. This video has been up for 41 days. It is a direct threat to the chairwoman of this committee, the people in this room, and yet it still remains on the platform. And you expect us to believe that you are capable of maintaining the data security, privacy, and security of 150 million Americans where you can't even protect the people in this room? I think that is a blatant display of how vulnerable people who use TikTok are.
And this woman, whoever she is, whatever member of government this is, look, sweetheart, you're fucking stupid. I mean, first of all, nobody in that room is under threat. Somebody made a post. Somebody made a post on social media, okay? You know how many death threats I see every day on social media? And I'm not condoning that. I'm just saying that typically it doesn't translate into anything in real life. And frankly, nobody at Congress is under threat, clearly, because this never happened. Nothing happened. And on top of that, I'm sure Congress has security, so frankly, the people in that room are safe and they are being protected. And it's not the responsibility of this guy sitting in this room being interviewed about the social media app to be your personal security. Like, if that person wants to do anything, they can just go do it. They don't need TikTok to do it. If that person wants to harm you, they'll go out and do it. And announcing it on TikTok will not help them. If anything, it will prevent them because someone will find it and report them to the police. And apart from this video obviously being a meme, okay, an edgy meme, a dark humor meme, like it's obviously just some dumb meme that someone posted, it only has a few hundred likes. It has a few hundred likes. Do you think that a few hundred people use TikTok? Do you think that, like, okay, this is 78% of TikTok users like this post? Do you know how many people actually use this app? Can you grasp it with your tiny brain? Over 2.5 billion people worldwide. 1/3 of the global population uses this app every single day. How can you expect anyone, any company, to monitor every single thing every single person says when they have 2.5 billion users? Well, frankly, you can't expect it because it's ludicrous. And this is why Section 230 exists, to prevent companies, specifically tech companies, from being held liable for what their users do. Because TikTok did not make this person do this. They did not encourage it. They didn't endorse it. They don't support it. I'm sure if this was seen by a TikTok employee, they would ban this person, not only because they don't like this kind of content, but because it hurts their potential to make money and attract advertisers. For any social media app, there is no benefit to keeping this kind of content up. Why would they ever want it? That makes no sense. But when you have content moderation on this large of a scale where 2.5 billion people are posting their stupid selfie videos daily, you're gonna have stuff like this slip through the cracks. You just will. There's no way to avoid it, okay? If you have a problem with this, you need to ban every single social media app. Frankly, you need to ban the library, because kids say f***ed up shit at the library too. You should also ban the lunchroom and the locker room, because sometimes kids say f***ed up shit in there too. And sometimes people say dumb stuff in public, so you should probably ban coffee shops. And sometimes people are mean, so you should probably ban everything. Like, what do you even expect to come from this? What kind of precedent does this set? Or is it just like pearl clutching, virtue signaling, and being annoying for, I don't know, for someone? For TV? Who is this for?
As you can see, it is captioned me as F.
As you can see, it is captioned me as F. Brilliant, you guys. Just fucking brilliant. You're doing a great job. Thank God these are the people in charge of our country. Thank God these are the people that are leading us, okay?
Again, we do not collect body, face, or voice data to identify our users.
I find that hard to believe. It's our understanding that they're looking at the eyes. How do you determine what age they are then?
We rely on age gating as our key age assurance.
Age
gating, which is when you ask the user what age they are. We have also developed some tools where we look at their public profile to go through the videos that they post to see whether...
Well, that's creepy. Tell me more about that.
It's public. So if you post a video, you choose that video to go public, that's how you get people to see your video. We look at those to see if it matches up the age that you talked about. Now, this is a real challenge for our industry because privacy versus age assurance is a really big problem.
Look, you keep talking about the industry. We're talking about TikTok. You keep talking about the industry. We're talking about TikTok here. We're talking about children dying. Do you know how many children have died because of this? Do you have any idea? Can you tell me?
Congressman, again, it's heartbreaking.
Can you tell me how many children in America have died because of challenges like this?
The majority of people who use our platform use it for positive experiences.
That's not what I asked you. I asked you, tell me the number of children, of U.S. children who have died because of these challenges.
Congressman, again, the majority of people who come on our platform get a good experience.
I'm not talking about the majority of children. I want to know a number.
Dangerous challenges are not allowed on our platform. If we find them, we will remove them. We take this very seriously.
Obviously, you found one today and you removed it. We had to bring it to your attention, and I know I'm out of time. Thank you for being here. Welcome again to the most bipartisan committee in Congress.
And the videos I've seen overall are just like people badgering this dude and not letting him talk so they can like do this sitcom style interrogation where they're like doing like the bad cop act and they don't even ask real questions. They just kind of get angry and make assertions and then don't let the other person answer. And then they're like, yeah, that's what I thought.
We have also developed some tools where we look at their public profile to go through the videos that they post to see whether
Well, that's creepy.
Well, that's creepy. Like, this does not mean anything. And he then makes this point about how dangerous challenges are on TikTok itself. But, like, is that TikTok's fault that people post things? It's their fault that people have challenges? That people who do not represent the company do dumb things of their own volition? Is that TikTok's fault? No, it's not. I mean, if someone sees a TikTok challenge that's clearly dangerous, does it, and then dies, that's not TikTok's fault. That's their fault for being stupid. I'm sorry to say, that's not TikTok's fault. It's not the fault of the social media app. I mean, maybe you could say that the person promoting the challenges has some responsibility for sure. If TikTok specifically took this post and was like, guys, we're going to show this to 100 million people today, then maybe that would be their responsibility, but it's not. That's not what they do. All they do is show people content they want to see. That's what the algorithm does.
That's not what I ask you.
There
I
are some-
ask you, tell me the number of children, of U.S. children who have died because of these challenges.
This dude then asks how many children have died from the challenges. Like, how could the CEO even know? Just a totally pointless question. It does not matter at all. So when he realizes that the point he's making does not really make sense, he just goes on to yell and be like, well, this is bad. TikTok's bad. How many deaths? I mean, my country, okay, the United States of America looks absolutely foolish right now. How out of touch are these fucking politicians? Don't they have kids who can like explain this to them if they don't get it? And a lot of the most aggressive people criticizing TikTok and saying that it needs to be banned are like the pro-free speech people. They're right, the conservatives, people in recent history who have been like pro-freedom of speech. And now that there's this app that like has bad posts on it, they want to ban it because people are mean or something. There's dangerous challenges. Do you think TikTok made the fucking challenge? TikTok doesn't make anything. They just made a platform, okay? They basically made the road, okay? TikTok makes the road, and when you drive your car on the road, is it the fault of the road that you fucking crashed? No, it's your fault because you got in the car and drove recklessly. And that's a perfect comparison for social media. Social media just allows a little bit of leeway, a little bit of freedom to drive, okay? It's not social media company's fault that you fucking crashed your car, that you T-boned a grandma, that you backed into a Jeep Wrangler. It's not your fault that you crashed your new Infinity, okay? It's not their fault. It's your fault. So fucking frustrating. Like, yeah, bad people exist. Sorry that you have to look at them once in a while. But that's part of what freedom is. Like, the majority of people are good. The majority of content on TikTok is good. And then you get a small minority of the bad because that is part of life, right? It's just so infuriating. I mean, they don't even understand the basic technology. They can't even comprehend what Wi-Fi is. How can we trust these people to make educated decisions about the future of social media? The honest answer is that we cannot. So whoever's paying these people to care about this stupid shit needs to stop paying them and start paying me, frankly. Honestly, I could lie much better than any of these people. I could misunderstand social media far better. So if you guys want a great congressman to represent you guys, just hit me up, okay? TurkeyTomBusiness@yahoo.com. I love you, Nancy Pelosi. And they show video after video of weird stuff or like disturbing meme compilations. Like what?
And again, I want to warn everyone watching that you may find this content disturbing, but we need to watch this, please.
Player tip. You got to kill yourself.
Oh, word? Like right now?
And then I'm gonna put a shotgun in my mouth and blow the brains out of the back of my head.
Cool.
This is a cute story. My brother, who is addicted to painkillers, blew his head off on the State Street Bridge. Bam! Now hold on, it gets better. No letter, no goodbye, nothing.
Got a question. If I died, would you miss me?
Mr. Chu, please. Your technology is literally leading to death.
Your technology is literally leading to death. No, it's not. It literally is not. That is not what literally means. Literally would mean if TikTok was a vehicle that made it easier to off yourself, okay? If it was encouraging. If when you open the TikTok app, it was like, hey, feeling bad? Maybe you should just end your life. If it said that, then that would be one thing. But that's not what's happening, okay? Literally would be if TikTok was a virtual booth from Futurama that Bender walks into when he's depressed. Instead, TikTok is a video sharing platform where people create their own content. So if you have a problem with that content, then go after those people. Don't go after TikTok. Should TikTok remove this if alerted, if that's what their community guidelines are? Yeah, they should. If it's illegal, should they remove it? Yeah, they should get rid of it, undoubtedly. But that's not the fault of them. That's the fault of the people who post this content. What do you expect to happen? You think this is like TV where there's 100 stations and everyone's watching every second of every piece of content?
Do you have full responsibility for your algorithms used by TikTok to prioritize content to its users? Yes or no, please?
Congressman, I'll just like to, if respectfully, if you don't mind, I would just like to start by saying it's devastating to hear about the news of,
Yes.
as a
Yes.
father myself, this is
Sir,
tragic.
yes or no? I'll repeat the question. Do you have full responsibility over the algorithms used by TikTok to prioritize content to its users? Yes or no, please?
Congressman, we do take these issues very seriously.
Yes or no?
And we do provide resources for anyone who types in anything that
Sir,
is suicide
yes or
related.
no? I see you're not willing to answer the question or take any responsibility for your parents' companies, the technology, and the harms it creates. It's just very, very sad. Very sad.
Hate to break it to you, boomer, but it's not 1980, okay? Things are different. Hate to break it to you, buddy, but the algorithm does not show you random content, okay? The algorithm shows you content that you want to see. That's all it does. So the people at TikTok could not possibly have full responsibility for what you're talking about and showing here because they didn't make the content. People posted it there and other people found it by searching for it, seeking it out. That's what social media is about. So the answer is no. Frankly, these questions are far beyond the scope of these people's tiny little monkey brains, okay? You're working with 2 + 2 when the real equation is the quadratic formula. And this is the most annoying thing. Like, these people may not even be malicious. In fact, they might have like genuinely good intentions because, like, you know, they're like fucking 50 years old. They see some disturbing video. They're like, oh, shut down TikTok. But they're just so stupid. They're not knowledgeable at all. They don't know how social media works. They don't know like the fundamentals. And for that reason, they're not even asking real questions here, okay? This stuff is straight up embarrassing. Now, if you guys have problems with TikTok, if you have issues with the fact that they collect user data that they advertise to you, fair enough, okay? That's fair enough. I'm not gonna argue with you, you know? That's a really dystopian, like 21st century reality that every company collects all of our user data and then like compiles it and we just become like lines of code to sell stuff to. Like, you know, the perfect advertising machine has been built by social media. That sucks. But like I said earlier, that can of worms has already been opened by every website on earth. They're already doing it already. What do you expect? Is that the real issue here, or is the issue that it's just like China's doing it instead of the US? And if your issue is that the Chinese are using data to push a political agenda, well, that's already happening anyway by Americans to each other, okay? I just don't care about it, man. I don't know. I don't care. You can't make me care. You know, initially when I thought about this issue, I thought, like, you know, like many others, that it was maybe a good thing to ban TikTok. I'm not really a TikTok user, so I was just like, you know, passively, I was like, yeah, you should probably ban it. There's probably bad things, but you know, when you actually think about it, when you actually consider the ramifications of banning a social media platform because there are like dangerous challenges on it, like because there's some bad content, because a post was not deleted that should have been, like, it's just dumb. It's fucking nonsense. The app should not be banned. And a lot of content creators on TikTok itself have been, you know, reacting to this stuff and just pointing out how dumb it is, the way these people are behaving, the way they talk, the way they think about the world. I've seen a lot of like call outs on Twitter as well about Congress and just how mind numbing these questions are. And I appreciate that, like, at least the younger generation is like woken up to this stuff and how stupid these fucking questions are, you know? I'm not going to ask that everyone totally take my side on the free speech argument, but the fact that they're at least like questioning why these people want to get rid of TikTok, questioning how they can be mad about like one little post, and like also not holding social media companies responsible for the actions of their users, that makes me feel a little, you know, a little white-pilled for the future. Honestly, it does.
Oh my God, I am watching the hearing between the CEO of TikTok and Congress, and they will not let him speak. Watch this.
You damn well know that you cannot protect the data and security of this committee or the 150 million users of your app, because it is an extension of the CCP. And with that, I yield back.
Can I respond, Chair?
No, we're going to move on.
Even when they're asking him a question, as soon as they ask it and he starts answering, they're like, and furthermore, and more on that. And actually, I'm going to need you to stop talking because I have more to say. Why'd you ask a fucking question? Oh my God. This government is infuriating.
Ultimately, will TikTok be banned? Probably not, but that doesn't mean that the idea of it does not make me a little pissy, a little mad. Anyway, that's about going to wrap up today's video. If you guys liked it, be sure to leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike on the video. Let me know why you didn't like it. You know, in the comment section down below, you can give me your thoughts on everything on Congress potentially banning this app. It's pretty interesting, and I guess we'll see where this story goes. I don't think it will go much of anywhere, but yeah. Anyway, I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye.